Hey guys, last lesson for the circles unit. This one's on problem solving. So it could involve one of the three properties that we've dealt with, but more than likely it'll be either the tangent property or the chord property, but it definitely can also be the angle property. And so I will read this to you and just show you the diagram here. A horizontal pipe has a circular cross section with center O and a radius of 20 centimeters. Water fills less than 1/2 of the pipe. The surface of the water, AB, is 24 centimeters wide. Determine the maximum depth of the water. And the first thing I always suggest to students is to, what? Label the diagram. So put in the information in the diagram. Draw one if one is not given to you, but put in the information that you're given. So let's start with that. It says that the surface of the water, and it says AB, so that's nice, is 24. So we'll do that. And then it says the radius is 20 centimeters. So if you look at the diagram, how many radii can you see? There are two, right? There's OA and OD. So I'm going to put in the 20 for both of those. So 20 centimeters there and 20 centimeters there. Okay, now what are we looking for? We need to calculate the maximum depth of the water. So which variables will that be? Which letters are we dealing with there? We're dealing with CD, right? And we can tell by looking at CD that it's not part of a right triangle. We can see a right triangle though. So that's good. But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to calculate this piece in order to determine what that is, because we know the whole thing is 20. But we definitely need to know this piece right here. And so we can calculate one part of a triangle as long as we know two, right? So we know that the radius, is this the hypotenuse or is this a side? Well, where's our right angle? Right here. So we know that our hypotenuse is 20. Now 24 is the whole thing, but we know that when a line goes from the center of the circle to the circle, it will cut the chord into two equal parts. So we know that CA and CB are both 12. And so we're going to have to figure out what that is. Okay, so let's slide this over here a little bit. And so we're going to set up our 12 squared plus OC squared equals 20 squared. So that's going to be our equation. And then we will evaluate the powers. We need to get OC by itself. And so how do we isolate OC squared? We subtract 144 from both sides. OC squared equals 256. 256 happens to be a perfect square. So we have OC being 16 centimeters. So if this is 16 centimeters and we know that the radius is 20, how will that help us to determine what the depth of the water is? Well, of course, we will subtract. So the instructions above, you can just see it up in the top corner there, say to write a sentence. I'm only looking for the units in your sentence. So it says determine the maximum depth of the water. It's 4 centimeters. So that's the end of that unit. I think I'm going to give you a couple of review days for this one, and then we will be moving on to surface area. All right, have a great weekend.